welcome and thank you for joining me on my channel. I hope you're having a healthy, happy, and productive day today. Today I'm really excited because not only is it my first video, I'm actually very excited to show you the goodies that have made it to my March favorites. I have skincare, beauty products, and an awesome book that I've incorporated into my daily morning routine. So I'm very excited to show you and I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Let's start off with the skincare. Very important to take care of your skin, and I really believe that if you don't take care of your skin properly, the makeup is just not going to apply the way that you love. So first you nourish from inside out, and then the beauty comes after. So I've been looking for an eye cream, and I've tried a couple, but I wasn't really consistent with it. So I have to be honest about that. There's some nights where I just really want to get into bed, so I just don't follow through, and I just simply just put on some moisturizer. I went to Whole Foods. They had a sale going on for 25% of all beauty. It was on sale. I picked it up. So this is the Mad Hippie Advanced Skin Cream. It's an eye cream, and it has 14 actives with peptides, ceramides, pomegranate, and white tea. And the packaging looks just like this. The package actually comes in a little tube, and then when you squeeze it, it's just a little white cream. It smells like a baby lotion, almost, well, like lavender. It smells like a lavender, and it's so soft. And so what I do is I wash my face, make sure all of my makeup is off at night, and then I apply my moisturizer all over my face, and then I apply the eye cream right underneath. And then I make sure I do it right underneath my eyes and above on my eyelids, and I take it all a little bit into my cheekbone. And it has not irritated my skin at all. My skin is very, very sensitive. Combination, I would say, as I started to get older. When I was younger, my skin was very, very oily, and it's also acne prone. But as I've gotten older, especially in the winter time, my skin is super dry. My forehead gets really dry, my chin gets really dry, and it has its days, right? Depending on the time of the month too. And I did try an eye cream a few months ago, and it literally burnt my skin. I had burnt marks right on the sides, like above my cheekbones, but this has been great. It smells fantastic. It's very soft, very smooth, very silky, and it applies very well. When you first apply it, it definitely looks very white, and then it starts to disappear once your skin starts to absorb it. So great product, and you have to take care of your eyes, right? All right, next product I'm very excited about. I started getting into green beauty and really looking and reading into what's going in my body, what I'm applying on my face. First thing that I transitioned was foundation. I tried a few, and there are a few that I do love, but this definitely made the top. And it is the Well People in a stick in the color Narcissist. It is just fantastic. Definitely full coverage on me. I bought this one because it was on sale at Target. It glides on, and it does not cling on to dry patches, which for me is huge because, like I said, my skin is combination, and there are random days where I wake up and I do have a dry patch, and then it just clings onto it, and it just doesn't look good, especially when it's on the chin area. I feel very uncomfortable, especially with people not looking. I feel like everyone's looking. What I usually use is either my beauty blender. Sometimes, I think it just depends on my mood, or sometimes I just use the Real Techniques brush. I don't even know what this brush is called anymore because it's a few years old, and literally all of the name has faded. I distribute it all over my face, and it looks flawless. It just looks so flawless. I love it. I'm definitely going to have a lot of product left, which is going to last me a long time. There are, usually they say the ounces. No, they don't. And I don't have the packaging anymore. Well, this is the packaging. It just had the label on top. And like I said, it's called Narcissists and Dark Neutral. So I might be able to make it work in the summer, once I apply on my bronzer. And speaking of bronzer, I was dying to try this bronzer and I finally found it. It was always sold out when I tried to go buy it, and I finally had a coupon for it and I did it. So this is the 100% pure bronzer in Cocoa Kissed. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I just love it. So I have a problem with bronzers because they're either really red or they're too light where you can't see them. I feel like when I look in the mirror, I feel like I'm darker probably than I really am. So I tend to buy foundations and bronzers that are way darker than my skin tone. They have it on the website from the lightest to the darkest, and I was going to get the darkest, but the darkest has intense red undertone that I feel was just going to make me look like I was on fire, because I've done that before and it just looked awful. So I bought the medium one and it works great because you can still see a little bit of color and it gives me the bronze that I want, but not too intense. I don't know if that makes sense. I got my hands on it. I love it. It's so smooth. It's very powdery. You can tell right there if you can see that. But it just looks so, I just love it. You can see it a little bit right there. So it's great. I actually use these brushes. I got them at TJ Maxx and they're from Isaac Mizrahi, and it's a fluffy brush, but it's diagonal. So it fits perfect right into your cheekbone, just to carve it out, make it look more chiseled. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see. So that's what I use with this. And I love it. I love it. It's going, I think, oh, so for the winter and spring, I use just a little bit, obviously, because I don't want it to be too intense. But definitely for the summer, it might be too light to the point that you won't be able to tell that I have any because I get so dark in the summer. So you can definitely build it up. You can definitely build it up. And like I said, it's clean ingredients. You have nothing to worry about any chemicals going into your skin. Same thing with Well People. Same thing with Mad Hippie. It feels good, right? Okay, jumping into the next. Before I apply my makeup, of course on a fresh, clean face, I use a moisturizer. So once I apply my moisturizer on, then I apply my mattifying primer. So I definitely use a mattifying primer because I think ahead in the summertime. Like I said, it could be oily, and especially in the summer, it's hot, and I still like to wear makeup and foundation, but not as heavy, but I still need it. So I haven't really found one that I loved because I wasn't consistent with it, and then because in the morning when I would go to work, I'm like, I'll just throw on foundation or powder on, I'll be fine. And then in the middle of the day, I would look in the mirror and think, what the heck, why did I not wear it? Just invest in one. It's pricey. It's $48-ish, I think. Again, I will insert the link down below and a picture with the price. And it's the 100% pure mattifying primer, vitamins and antioxidants with seaweed collagen. They also have a luminous one, and I believe it's obviously for drier skin, but this one I got the mattifying primer because I want to control the oil, especially in the T-zone. It worked great for me. It's worked amazing. So I apply it right underneath my eyes, my chin, my forehead, and then I wait a couple of seconds, about 20 seconds or so, and then I apply my foundation and everything else, and it works great. Also, before I apply my eyeshadow, sometimes during the day they tend to get oily, so I just dab a little bit. I'll show you the consistency too. It almost looks like silicone. I don't know if you can see that. You can. And it's just so soft. It almost ends up feeling like mousse. So it comes out cold and jelly, and then it just ends up being the softest, silkiest thing. It just feels so good. I also apply it on my eyelids before applying eyeshadow. Like I said, not every day, but I should. And it locks in my eyeshadow, and you can actually tell the color. You can see the shades. The eye looks so neat and exactly the way I wanted it to look, and it'll last all afternoon. So it's great. Like I said, it's pricey, but it's so worth it. And again, it's clean, has seaweed collagen, which is really good for anti-wrinkle. It's super clean. It's cruelty-free, it's gluten-free, it's non-toxic. Perfect. All right, and the last item that made it to my March favorite is a book. So for the last year or so, I've been really into reading. I used to read a lot in high school. I read so much in college when I got my bachelor's, my master's as well. But it was almost forced reading. It wasn't reading that I wanted to do casually and on my own free time. So I read a couple of books, which I will mention in another video. But this is one that I saw at Target when I was looking around for books for my niece, and I thought this is something that I can do daily. So I got two. The first one that I got is this book. It's called Jesus Always, and it's by Sarah Young. And it has changed my mornings, and I feel like my overall life too. But that's for a different video. Has the scriptures at the bottom, and then the readings at the top. Sarah Young takes scriptures from the Bible and then relates them to our life. One of them could be talking about Jeremiah 29:11, which happens to be my favorite scripture, and then just goes into depth about how it can relate to our life and what we can do to be more understanding, to live happier, healthier, more knowledgeable, manage stress, appreciate, be grateful, feel blessed through difficult times. It's an everyday reading that you could either do in the morning when you first wake up, which is what I happen to do, and then also I reread it in the evening before going to bed, just so it's in my brain, and I really take in what the Bible is saying in just friendlier terms for us to understand. It's one of the books that I bought that I love, and it was also on sale. The other book that I got, which I have not started because I've been more focused on the other one, I should say, but this one just takes an extra step where it's not just reading it, it's actually writing. And I actually need to buy Post-its because I don't want to write in the book, because I don't know if I'm going to end up changing my ideas or adding more to it, and then eventually I'm going to run out of space in the book. So this book is called The Weekly Faith Project. Challenge to journal, reflect, and cultivate a genuine faith. It's from the creators of the Weekly Prayer Project. So the book looks like this. The book is so pretty. It's hardcover, and it feels like a canvas. So does the other one too. So when you open it up and you go to the first Weekly Faith Project, every week is a different chapter. One is believing. Week 2 is knowing the character of God. Week 3 is knowing who you are. And so there are little projects that come with it. And it'll ask you the little prompt that you would have to fill out, which is how do you define faith and how does faith define you? And of course there are 52 weeks because there are 52 weeks in the year. So this is a book that you can have all year, and it's something that you can do continuously even after the year ends, because like I said, if you don't write in the book and you just maybe keep a journal on the side or put Post-its on it, you can continuously do it and just watch yourself grow spiritually and in so many ways. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. So yeah, that is all for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come back for many more. If you liked it, please subscribe and leave me a comment of what are your favorite goodies and finds that are similar to green beauty, faith-related, skincare, fashion. I hope you have a healthy, happy, and productive week. See you later.